Good morning, everybody. Or as Savannah says, we are live on the OXFIT podcast. Man, that's a bit bright. Turn that down a little bit. Hope you had a great weekend. Happy Monday. Dang, I think we're week 3 of the OXFIT programming this week. We're getting ready for another big week in the gym, and we had a great weekend. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're excited for this week. Savannah, we're already live. Welcome to the
What's
show.
up?
That's better. Look, we're on. We're rolling.
Good.
You sound good. Do I sound all right?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay. How was your weekend?
It was great.
Big weekend, huh?
Yeah, it was a big weekend.
A big day too, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You want to tell anybody how good your day was?
Yeah, I got a accepted offer on my first house.
Let's go. She's a big girl.
Yes, sir.
She's growing up fast, guys. Right in front of our eyes. Our little Savannah is engaged, accepted an offer on a house. Man, look at her. Look at that smile. And we got to play pickleball. So
Yes. We had a great weekend.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. What did I do this weekend? Got my life together. Laundry, everything, ready to rock and roll. What is it, week 3 of our programming?
Do you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yes, it is week 3. Wrapped up week 2 last week.
Mm-hmm. And tell us some of our focuses of this week. What are you excited about?
This week, I'm excited to just, I think, keep getting people familiar with kind of the structure of the summer cycle and what they're looking for across each week, and kind of identifying the different, styles of workouts, what we're working towards. I think we had some workouts last week that kind of shocked people, or were a little bit harder than they thought, just because it was maybe a little bit different style of training than they're used to. But as the weeks keep rolling in, it's just going to get more familiar. It's going to get more exciting. And we've got our 6-pack challenge this week, which is such a great addition to the programming.
I enjoyed last week because the intensity kind of spiked back up again, right? It went from building strength, building a foundation, to taste in your lungs, I suppose is the only way to describe it, right? Is really cranking up that intensity. And with the movements like thrusters and toast bar and thrusters and pull-ups and front squats, and just the way that you've changed the time frames of the workouts makes it just more intense. And going from high rock style, which is what I was focused on, to this, it's like a nice change. I enjoyed switching up the feeling, and it made me realize that I kind of have to get faster again, right?
Yeah. I think we spent, the spring cycle was great because we built such a good foundation, but I feel like the workouts were just built in a way that it was like, whatever your pace is, however we get through this workout, we're just going to move well, keep it steady. Whereas now that we have that foundation, we have all these skills, it's okay, how fast can you move this bar? How fast can you hop up on the rig and execute some pull-ups while you're tired? And it's just a different challenge.
Yeah, it was like find your pace and stick to it for the first 3 months. Try and get a little bit, more efficient, more effective. And then now it's like, hey, push your pace. See what you can do. Each round you end up laid on the floor almost, right? Like it's super intense. And I'm enjoying that, building back up to Atlas and Deca. We're going to keep releasing more information on that stuff. And then today it was really cool to see our new challenge.
Yeah, we did so much core work the first 3 months. So I think it's going to be cool to see people test these L-sit holds, which is a new movement. And
I was a little bit nervous about this challenge, like rolling it out to people, but it's been cool to see people take it on and like try and challenge themselves with the L-sits and stuff like that, because we've never really thrown them into the programming much, so it's like a new movement. And it's such a cool way to test your core,
Yeah,
it's going to be fun to watch people try and get
great
better.
scores already, so.
Yeah.
see what it's looking like by the end of the day.
I saw Greg and John this morning in the 6 a.m. hold for like, I think John did a minute and Greg did 45 seconds. And I was just like, whoa. Because then I'm like going to struggle to hit 10, I think, the first week.
Yeah.
I hope I can build it up, but like a minute would be ultimate goal probably in like a month's time. So it was wild to see that just like right out the gate at 6 a.m. First thing they did too, right? Just warmed up and then went straight to a 1 minute L sit. So yeah, it's really cool. So if you don't know what the challenge is, this is how it works. You have from 0 to 3 minutes, you choose between L sit hold, L sit with your legs bent, and then plank hold with your feet elevated. So a little bit harder for level 1. And then you have that amount of time. So the max you can do is 3 minutes. If you do a 3-minute hold, you get then from 3 to 6 minutes, 3 minutes to do it. But most people are going to be somewhere, I'd say 45 seconds to like a minute and a half is where most people have ended up that I've seen. If you did 3 minutes, good for you. That's going to be hard to go right into the movement too. So you kind of got to be strategic, which is what we want. And just like the first challenge, the push and pull challenge, short, intense. There's some strategy, but really it's just, can you improve your push and pull? The first one, this is, can you improve your toes to bar? Can you improve your L sit? Like there's not really much room for strategy, right? It's just short, sharp. Can you get better at it? So it's fun. And we got a whole month, just like last time. We're donating money to the Heroes Project, and we have a hero shirt that will be coming soon. You will be able to choose between the hero shirt and the challenge shirt that we had last time. So if you didn't do the push and pull challenge, you can still get that challenge shirt on this challenge. So just a fun way, because we don't really have, we had pickleball, and I think that's it for me in terms of events. It's our main focus is this challenge, right? And then we build towards DECA Atlas and DECA Strong.
Yeah. And we got all our Hero Week stuff.
Oh, yeah. But there's no like going anywhere, right? The stuff's in the gym.
Yeah.
And it kind of fits into the programming. You know, you don't have to go out of your way. You're in it whether you like it or not for the challenges that we've got. They're in the class, and then Hero Week is scheduled in the class. So
there's no excuses this month because everything is right here. And even this push and pull challenge, what I like so much about it, and the same thing with the did I say pull and
the hero the 6-pack challenge.
Both of them, pull and push and the 6-pack, is that we're going to be doing it in class once a week. It's not always the same day, but at least, one day a week we're going to do it all together, which makes it easier than having to, find time to come in and do it on your own or anything like that. So I like being able to do it in class, and everybody records a score every week.
Yeah, and we're going to have winners of the week. So we're going to announce what the winners of this week. And I think it's I'll post it later because I can't remember what the prize is this week. But we're going to have a winner each week. So at the end of today, we will have winners, maybe a few winners in each category. So make sure you go to Competition Corner. It's on Wodify. Sign up, put your size in for your T-shirt, and you're in with a chance to win a prize this week.
Yeah.
So
I think there's been a link to sign up in every email, every Wodify, everything. So if you can't find it, I don't know what to tell you, but it's up there.
Yeah. Unless your name's David Van Vuren, Van Evenhoven.
Yeah.
Then, David, if you're watching this, it's in your email. Check your email, just like we tell you every week. Check your email to find out what's going on in OXFIT. Yeah, some people seem like they're surprised by all the events that keep happening. When we email you twice a week about these events, just check your email. It's in there. And what an awesome week last week. Pickleball, who won? Whitney and Luke.
Whitney and Luke brought it to Grant Park.
Grant Park champions.
Yeah.
It had been in EAV 2 years in a row.
No, it was Grant Park, then it went to EAV, and now it's back in Grant Park. So it's been a good little back and forth.
Back in Grant Park. And let's just say what an adjustment by Caitlin, getting it into the gym. I did not know we could fit 2 pickleball courts in the gym.
I did not
And
either.
we managed to play some kind of like version of ping pong and pickleball mix.
Yeah.
Ping ball.
Well, I think it was cool because we
Ponkle.
have a lot of people that play pickleball
Mhm.
and a lot of people that don't. So it kind of evened the playing field for everybody because it was just a brand new game. Like it was a sport nobody's played before.
Yeah, ponkle. We'll call it ponkle. And it
Ponkle.
was like small pickleball.
Yeah.
And yeah, the people that were good or like have played a lot, they just kept hitting it out. They kept hitting it too hard, too far. And everybody else was like, it was a game of skill, you know, it was a game of delicate touches, right?
You had to adapt.
Yeah. Which, yeah, that's what we teach you. You got to be ready for anything at OXFIT. And then for the people that did high rocks and stuff like that, we've started training towards Atlas. So if you're interested in that, then I'm going to be doing some extra training on that stuff. If you want to get stronger for some of them movements, it's already built into the programming. You're going to get good at that stuff, but we're going to spend a little extra time on some of the movements that are maybe not in the week, and just ways of working in that range to get better at the Atlas stuff. So if you're interested in that, my email, ant@ox.fit, and I can give you more information about that. We've got about 6 weeks, is it, until that?
Yeah, pretty much.
So plenty of time to get ready for a deck at Atlas. And then Sundays, Keith said, shout out to Lauren's Run Club Try Run. And it was a dry triathlon they did. And Lauren's known as DJ OXFIT. You're gonna have to explain a little bit more about why she's known as that, Keith. What was the playlist? Were you guys singing and doing a triathlon at the same time?
Probably.
Yeah, that sounds like Keith. So
yeah, I love that everything is built on top of what we're doing in class already, and then if you're able to kind of stack on these extra Sunday sessions or working with you, it's just going to make you that much more prepared, but it still leaves everything just open to everyone if you want to sign up for something. But I definitely recommend getting into those Sunday run clubs. Do you want to talk a little bit about what it looked like when we were kind of doing the High Rocks Run Club and like what's changed with how Lauren is doing it now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the way we work is you're not just going to go and run, right? Like we've seen traditional running programs just destroy people, right? And we want you to get to the start line feeling as good as you can. So Lauren's going to shift the focus to be like 10K distances, which when you look back at the high rock stuff, it was almost like we were training for, I would say, almost like a half marathon distance, right? Because of the stations, we were spending a good 60 to 90 minutes working out.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be doing them kind of distances for a couple of months until they get closer to the triathlon. So for now, it's going to be like couch to 10K. The program's going to feel like that. They're going to throw in different movements. So you're training for like a sprint triathlon or a 10K is what it's going to feel like. Way less skill than we had in there, you know, like we were working on a lot of different skills. This is just going to be moving for that amount of time in different ways. So she'll be at the track. They'll be sometimes just running from Grant Park and ending there. And then sometimes you'll be in the gym, and she's going to build your endurance that way. So yeah, it's similar in a lot of ways. You won't just be running. Like it's not a running program. It's building up your endurance to be able to do a 10K and then further distances as you get towards the triathlon. And then there will be some days when it'll be, do you want to go and swim, and learning how to swim in, what is it called? Like open water swimming, right? Is the name of it. And that's so important, right? When I did my first triathlon in the ocean, it was the only reason I was so comfortable was because I went and did some of the open water swimming in the lakes and just got more comfortable treading water and using the like buoys, you know, and knowing that like I was safe and I was able to grab something. And then going from that to just knowing that it's all about just building comfort being in the water and understanding that you could just roll on your back and float, or you can tread water for a minute, or you can breaststroke, and you don't have to grab onto the side of like a pool, for example, right? It's very different swimming in a pool than it is going and doing an open water swim. So going to be building up to that stuff. So if you're triathlon, you want to do a triathlon, we've already got like 15 people signed up for that. It's going to be the biggest event of the year. I already have FOMO because it's Lauren's year. It's so funny how like we prioritize what we want to do, but I can't imagine not doing High Rocks and Lauren doing it, you know, like I would have been just furious. And like, I think we're going to be like pretty upset that we're not doing the triathlon this year when it gets here. Yeah. And I think we've been to the Gulf Shores for it the last like 5 years in a row. So
yeah, I know I've been 3 years in a row going down. So this will be my first year, but yeah, definitely the way we train for the road races, the triathlon is, I think it's just so great for beginners all the way up to like seasoned triathletes and runners. And if every year you have races coming up and you do the same training regimen, you run the same distances on the weekend, you do all of that, and that's great, but I would suggest people try to switch it up. So instead of going on a run by yourself on Saturdays or Sundays or whatever you normally do, just try out the run club for a month and see how you feel and see how it makes your body feel, see how it makes your workouts in the gym feel the week after, the week before. And I think it'll surprise people at how effective the training can be without running as much.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you're a traditional, like you've been following any kind of run program, you're right. Like just try it and see what happens, because what's the furthest I ran before I did the High Rocks was I did the distance once. Yeah. One time before. And yeah, I think an hour 26 was a great time for my first time doing it. So give it a try. And then what we're building towards with the Atlas stuff is a simple way to start building towards Beach Brawl, which will be our pretty much our final event of the year almost, right? Yeah. At the end of September. So if you ever wanted to do a fitness competition, if you want to be on a team, we're starting to establish some of them teams now. If you want to do it on your own, let us know, and we'll help you focus your training towards that. But what we don't do is start focusing on that now. We're going to build towards getting stronger for Atlas, getting fitter with the programming, and then in 3 months, start worrying about some of that stuff. Yeah. So follow the cycle. Get strong, get fit, get ripped, and then do cool shit. Is pretty much how we build it. So
absolutely.
All right, I'm going to let you go and coach, because I'm sure people will start to rock in there. Yeah. And I will see you in the gym. Get ready to do the challenge with me later on.
Oh, I'm ready.
You better be. All right, so
happy Monday.
And I will see you in a minute. All right, guys. So it's Monday. Hope you had a great start to your week. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope your training's going well. If you need any help with setting a goal, deciding how you want to focus your training, looking at the program and understanding where you want to end up in the next few months, then just shoot me an email. We're coming up to the middle of the year here. And I don't know how your training's going, but if I look back on my first quarter of this year, I got to train towards the rowing competition in February. Then I did the 5K with a group of people, which was amazing. Then it was Deca Atlas, and then it was a High Rocks. And so in 4 months, I've done 4 events. And just having them things to train towards just changes the way you work out, changes the way you feel. On days you don't feel like going, you still get up and you go, right? Just having a goal for me is the thing that I always need. I just need something that I have something coming up and something to work towards. So if you don't have that right now, then let's set that. Let's sit down and set that together. And so it just gives you a focus to your training, and I think it's really important. And then we have a whole calendar of events. But if there's something that you want to do let us know and we'll show you how it fits into how we're training. Don't think you have to do it on your own. I'm sure there's somebody in the gym that will want to do it with you, and we'll find a way to pair you up, work together, help you with programming, how to do it. Maybe you need to change your nutrition to get there, but whatever it is, we can work towards it. So think about that as you're going through your day. And if you haven't done one of our events yet, we're 4 months in. We've got this challenge starts now. Jump into the challenge. And then we have Hero Week coming up at the end of this month, which is going to be a great challenge. Grab a weight vest. If you haven't got a weight vest, add some extra to it. Make your training a little bit harder that way. And then we have DECA Atlas and DECA Strong coming up in the middle of June. And we can also find you a partner for that. That's going to be a partner competition. So I will see you in the gym. Have a great day. And if you need anything, ant@ox.fit or sav@ox.fit. And we'd love to hear more about your goals and how we can help.